Viking fans, we have a prediction. Someone has said that the Vikings are going to tie an NFL record. Stay tuned, hear about a contest I have going, and listen to the prediction and tell me what you think. Hello, Viking fans. I'm going to do a giveaway. I want to describe it to you. I'm going to give away $100 worth of merchandise of your choosing. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, 75 if I get to 750, 50 if I get to 500, 25 if I get to 250. I'm going to choose one person from an episode. So I'm going to choose an episode, and I'm going to choose one person as long as they're liked, subscribed, and commented. And you can do multiple comments, multiple entries. You can actually go back to my old videos and do that too. Those will be eligible. Now, I'm going to choose that on game day against the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to choose one. Hopefully, it's $100, and I have 1,000 subscribers. Skol Vikes. Welcome to Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter at SkullWorld and at MN Sports Podcast. You can also follow me on Facebook, SkullWorld. Now, go down below if you're a subscriber and you click like and comment Skull, you'll enter my contest. Now, let's get started with that prediction. Folks, it's a miracle. Someone from the mainstream sports media has made a prediction that is so far correcting of their hate for the Minnesota Vikings. And this is a guy that has been a downer on the Vikings throughout his life as a broadcaster. Colin Cowherd has made the prediction that the most likely team in the NFL to double their win total is the Minnesota Vikings. Now, let me see. Let me pull out the calculator. 8 wins last year times 2 is 16 wins. So that would tie an NFL record of a 16-win season, not undefeated, but 16-win season that the New England Patriots did back in 2007. When I think they had the third highest scoring offense ever. I think that's what they were, and that's with Randy Moss. I think he had like 22 touchdown catches that year, something amazing. It's crazy prediction, and I don't know where it's coming from, but he says the team that's going to be pulled down the most is the Green Bay Packers, and the team that's going to be raised up the best is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this is a quote from Colin Cowherd. I believe the team that will double their win total will be the Minnesota Vikings. He says, I think the Minnesota Vikings, Coach Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins had a real bad relationship. Now they bring in McVay guy, who's supposed to be, and say, a taller version of McVay, so Kirk Cousins is probably going to have an elevated season. He says Green Bay does not have the weapons they had last year. They're bringing in rookie receivers and past their prime receivers. So I think Green Bay takes a big pullback. Minnesota gets a big pickup. And by the way, they meet game 1 of the season. I think Minnesota is a 4-point dog. Take the Vikings and the points. That's crazy. And apparently, for what it's worth, Cowherd accurately predicted the Vikings to fall off a cliff from 2017 to 2018. Minnesota Vikings went 13-3, reached the NFC title game, only to fall flat 8-7-1. Now, that's true. He's been predominantly just not liking the Vikings. He wasn't never a big Kirk Cousins fan. He thinks he's a good quarterback. He has good qualities, but he is dogged on Kirk Cousins. He's dogged on the Vikings forever. Now, it's like the Vikings are an afterthought with him. Now, to have him come out and say he thinks the Minnesota Vikings are going to double the win total. Maybe he thought we were like 6-0 or 6 wins. I don't know. But, it's hard to say things on the radio, have them come back and bite you on the air. I go back to my podcast and see how many mistakes I have made, which are a ton. This may be a mistake on his part. He just thought we had fewer wins than we did. We are often underlooked, and people think we are one of the worst teams or one of the more average teams in the league when we were one of the top 5 winningest teams in Super Bowl era. So this is often a mistake made that we're undervalued as a team, that we have less wins than we did. This is just maybe another example of the media thinking we were worse than we were. But he says 16 wins. I'm going to take him on that. Now, where is there some truth to this? We have better weapons than the Packers. We are going to play in a weak division, and I'm putting the Packers in that. They're not necessarily the only thing that carries this team right now is probably Aaron Rodgers. I guess their defense picked up and they have a decent offensive line, but their offensive weapons, I don't know, are going to be there. And I think our offense that we have could beat any defense that's out there with Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, ISM. Jalen Naylor is making great catches in this league. Then we got the running back, Madison and Cook and whoever else we put in there. It seems that it's just going to work. Our offensive line's going to improve. We brought in some good depth, and I think our right guard situation is going to be resolved. Hopefully Bradbury's 10 pounds, put on that weight, gives him an extra split second. Cousins an extra split second to have a cleaner pocket. All these things considered, our offense is going to take a leap forward, especially since we're going to run a more hurried offense, which Cousins is very good at. That means it puts the defense a little more tired, a little more on their heels, not being able to sub players as much. That is all going to put the ingredients in the pot and create a stew of the Minnesota Vikings having a much better offense. And God knows we're going to have a better defense. And no one is going to have a book on us. No one's going to have, that, scouting report, because they just don't know what we're going to be like. Because we're a totally different scheme on defense this year. We're going to be a predominantly different offense this year. So a lot of good things happen. And I think Colin Cowherd recognizes that. I don't know if we're going to win 16 games. I had predicted 13 I predicted 12-5, and 13-4 on our high side, and 10-7 as our floor. So I think we're a winning playoff team for sure, and I think we're going to win 12 games. He's got us winning 4 more. Well, hey, that's it. This is Minnesota Sports Talk. Make sure you enter my contest. I'm going to give away up to $100 on game day. All you have to do is, if you subscribe, all you have to do is like and comment. Comment Skol if you like. I'll Skol back. All right, that's it. David, Minnesota Sports Talk. Follow me on Twitter at SkolWorld and at MN Sports Podcast, and on Facebook, SkolWorld. See you next time.